ready to go.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about getting your life ready for the winter. You want to get all your yard equipment in a position where when it's springtime, you go out there and everything will run okay. Now, you've heard this before and you're going to hear it again today. Drain the gas. Drain the fuel, drain the mixture, drain everything. If you've got a steel tank, though, you don't want to drain the gas. What you want to do is you want to use some of this fuel stabilizer and you want to get fresh gas. Do it today. Put fuel stabilizer in it and get just enough to fill up the gas tank and then fill it up and run it for a few minutes so you make sure the stabilizer is in the entire system and then put it away that way with a full tank. The reason you're doing that is anything with a metal tank has a chance of the tank rusting over the winter because, as we all know, the humidity goes way up in the winter and bare steel inside a gas tank doesn't like humidity. Now, more modern steel tanks don't have that problem, but older ones, especially in the 70s and 80s, they'll rust if you leave them open. So, enough about steel tanks. Let's talk about the rest of your equipment. Everything from riding lawnmowers down to weed eaters. You want to empty the gas. My John Deere has a plastic tank. So the last thing I do when I finally get all the leaves picked up, because I use it as a big vacuum cleaner out there, is I'll take the fuel line off at the fuel filter and then drain it down into a tank. And then I'll put it in its little spot where it lives for the winter in the shed, and I'll put it nose out so the muffler's facing out, and then I'll just let it run until it dies. And then put the system back together. Of course, put the system back together first before you start it. Should have said that. And for weed eaters and things, a weed eater like this one, drain the gas out. Get all the gas out of it and then run it till it's empty. A chainsaw, same thing. Get the gas out of it, run it till it's empty. Blower, same exact thing. Get all the gas out of it, run it till it's empty. If you do this one simple step, when springtime comes along, you put gas in it, you hit the choke, you prime it up, and she'll start on the first or second pull just about every time. Now, if you've got a lawnmower, it's a little more difficult to get the gas out of it. And check for a steel tank, of course, because if it's got a steel tank, you use stabilizer and fill it all the way up. Personally, I use stabilizer on every single tank, so there you go. But the lawnmower, you can tip it on its side towards the gas tank, have a funnel and all that ready. Don't spill gas all over the place and take it away from the house when you do it so you don't burn your house down. But empty it out, and just like everything, start it up and run it until it dies, and that way you've gotten all the gas out of the system. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.